Hey, what is up everyone? It's Evan Carthy here from evancarthy.com, and today we are going to go over the midweek review of the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and crude oil. Market has been pretty crazy this week, seeing some wild swings thanks to the news going on, all political driven. Democrats are accusing President Trump of getting impeached because of a phone call he had with the Ukrainian President. And so that happened Tuesday. Stock market tanked. Wednesday, when President Trump released the transcripts and they came out, the market shrugged it off, saw there's pretty much nothing there that could impeach him at all, and so it shot back up. So we'll see what Thursday and the rest of this week has in hold, because so far this week has been pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Yeah, so here we go right now. Is the S&P 500. We're still looking for a short down here, down to 28.75 currently for the 8.236 short right here. But if price goes up and hits 30.44, then we'll move the exit to 29.05. But there's another setup that just completed itself this week that I wanted to show you as well, because right now we're just kind of waiting with the bias more towards the downside. This is 8.236% long, or 823.6 Fibonacci extension long. Probably need to come up with a better name for it. But anyways, see price came down here, hit it right here. I have it as negative 7.236, but when you go on the reverse side, you have to have 100 to it. It's really the 823.6 extension level right there. Price came down yesterday when the market was selling off, when it was Nancy Pelosi said she was going to have the House vote to impeach President Trump. So the market was selling off. Then you see it stabilized down here, right when it hit around this level right here. And then today, after the transcripts were released and the market saw it, you can see they saw that there's pretty much nothing there, and the market rallied back up here and completed this trade. So it's a real nice trade set up, 29.66 all the way up to about 29.85 for that one. And so that one's done. So what we're looking for is eventually some more downside to the market. Let me show you real quick what we have got going on. There's been a couple of support and resistance areas that have formed now. This one has moved it back down to this level, or probably about that level right there. Yeah, for that one, let me go ahead and take this off since this one is complete right here. So now, previously I had the support and resistance level right there. For it broke out of it, came back up, so we'll see if it will be used as just kind of like a fake resistance. It's going to hit that previous one. Again, the support and resistance levels trim just like trend lines. They're subjective, so if they're willing to change, they don't work 100% of the time, obviously, but I just like to use them to see about the direction of the market, the bias, where can we expect support and resistance. The way my trades go, they go off of Fibonacci retracements, Fibonacci extensions, and then sometimes I'll throw in some trend line breaks and shift pitchforks to confirm the direction based upon a couple steps I have. But this right here, so this right here, they have the resistance up here, the support. We'll see if this turns into we'll see if this has turned into resistance or not. See, it broke up. Now it's kind of congregating right on the line right there. So we'll see. Or maybe this is the true support level down right here. See, every time it touches it, it kind of bounces off of it. So this really could be the true level of support right here. And we could still just be stuck in this support and resistance area right here. Now, one thing to look for when you do have an identified support and resistance level, what you're looking for is trend line breaks. Let me show you here real quick. So if we take that low and that low right there, look what happens right here. Price comes up, breaks out of the trend line, comes back up, tests the trend line, the former support, now it comes resistance, and it sells off. And it works both, well, you can do it both ways when you're in the middle of a support and resistance area. Here we have, I'm just taking a couple different random points right here. Here we have it on the upper side up here. Price comes up, it's trying to break out, fake breakout up here, and then boom, crashes all the way back. Crashes all the way back down right there. So maybe not the best example, because what we're looking for is breaking it here to the upside, but it's showing that this level right here is a resistance level. So if price does come back up to here, it'll be interesting to see, is it truly going to use that resistance, come back down, or is it going to break up, come back down, use that support, and then go back off of it again? Currently, in the current move we have right here, there really isn't a trend we really could get anything off of right there. There's just not too much. You just have to wait for it to develop some more. Let me show you a couple more things right here. Using that and that right there, you can see I had the trend line break and then broke down to the downside, and then if you use that one about that right there, you see use that support for a second and broke down to the downside. So the thing about trend line breaks is, for the most part, they are easy to spot after the fact, but during it they can be really tricky, just because you're not exactly sure until after the fact where they are. So that's why I particularly don't use them 100% for my trading, but when they work and you can spot them after the fact, they look beautiful. Like here you have one right here, price is riding it, broke out, came up, used it as support, and then broke off here down to the downside. So that's one thing to look for when you are in these channels right here. You can spot which way it's going to break. You have it break up right there, rallies up some more. Well, I had to fill that gap right there, so that's a big reason for that one. So until we can get some more swings, I don't know where is the correct trend line to draw for this one right here. I mean, we could use it like that. It's pretty much close to being a straight line right there, so I'm not sure if that's it. Could be though. You never know. But anyways, kind of rambling on right here. But what I'm looking for is more downside. My overall bias for SP 500 is to the downside, and currently looking for the exit of 28.75. So currently, from where it is, looking for about a 100-point drop. Not sure when or where or how that's going to happen with whatever news, but that's what we're looking for right now. And so let's go on to the Dow Jones. So here we have the Dow Jones right here. Really the only thing we have going on today, let me show you about a setup that just got complete here the other day, at least using the 15-minute chart for these right here. This is 78.6. There's the pivot point low, pivot point high. And then you use the bottom of Fibonacci retracement level, drag it to the top up here. And so then what you're looking for is when price is 78.6 level, the exit is 50%, but price comes down here to the 100% level, you move the exit to the 78.6. See, it did that, hit off, went down a little bit lower, but then came back and hit the 76 to take us out of that trade. So currently right now, I don't really have any setups I'm looking for right now. The only thing I posted in the post that goes along with this is we're looking for a trend channel. Is this the trend channel break right here? Could be. I mean, if we didn't have this long candle right here that broke out of it, I mean, it still could be right there. You see it broke out, kind of used as resistance. So we'll see if we get a sell off tomorrow for the Dow Jones. Let me go down here and look at, see if I have anything on this chart right here. No, I do not. Just same setup I had from over there. So yeah, based upon, this is the continuous contract. The other one I was looking at was the December contract. So this looks like more of a trend line for it. So we'll see what happens when it gets closer to this trend line right here. If it breaks, then we'll look, it come to the downside, or if it continues to ride up it right there. But one thing to notice, again, this 15-minute chart, so the gaps up there, they probably will come down and be filled, but the shorter your time frame goes, the less kind of less weight I give to gaps. But we definitely do have some big ones right here, so that's another reason why I'm looking for more downside, not just in the SP 500 but also in the Dow Jones, for them to start retracing, especially because we have the S&P 500 chart we're looking to fill for that short setup. Now, for crude oil, after that big post I did yesterday about it, nothing's changed for it at all. Still looking for this gap to come down here and get filled down here at about 54.88, 54.90. You can see price come down to about 55.57. It's currently at 56.53 at the time of making this video, 10:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. So looking for about at least another 55, 56, I don't know, $1.70, something like that. I know my math's off, but something like that for price of oil to drop down. And then when it does, what we'll be looking for is a long setup. Excuse me, we'll be looking for a long setup down here, being the 823.6% extension trade. When we're looking for it to hit 54.51, when does that? The exit's going to be up here at 57.43. So that's definitely a support area we're looking for down here. You have the gap being filled, plus you have this trade set up coming right here. But if price continues to go lower and that exit never gets hit, the next entry should be way down here at the negative 21.236, which is actually the 22.236 Fibonacci extension level down here at $40.86. When that gets hit, you move your exit to the negative 7.236 at 54.51. So basically, for all the markets right now, I'm looking for a more downside to come to them, or for these three markets: the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and oil here in the near future. So that's definitely going to be my bias here for the short term and slightly for the intermediate term. For long term, for the S&P 500, I'm still extremely bullish on it. Let me show you here real quick. Until this trend line right here, and in fact I'll even go to the weekly chart so you can see it better. Until this trend line right here gets broken, you see this is a pretty strong trend line. There's no reason to believe that we're in a bear market. So that's it looks like we still have a ways to go for it. Let me zoom in a little bit here to the daily chart, because we still have a short setup as well for the daily chart. This one right here for the exit we're looking for. Thinking about 27, 15, and 75. Then up here, I'm gonna take this trend line break off of there. Every time price gets up around here, it gets pushed back down. So obviously, the market makers out there, the banks, institutions, they do not want that S&P 500 breaking up to new highs currently. So that's another reason why I'm looking for these short steps that we have all built into it, looking for those to come down and get filled. But for the long term, very long term, still extremely bullish on the S&P 500. That is until, again, this trend line gets broken. But anyways, that is the midweek review for the week of September. Well, it's September 25th when the week starts. September 22nd. So it's a midweek review for September 22nd, 2019. It's currently September 25th, fixed to be September 26th, my time zone, about a little over an hour time. But that's what we're looking for the rest of the week. Definitely looking for, if not this week, the next week, more weakness here in the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and also oil until some of the steps get filled. All right, that'll do it for now. If you want to see me go over any stocks, futures, forex, or cryptos, just feel free to let me know. Tomorrow I'm going to have a posted video regarding Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, basically most of the cryptos out there, because those have created some extremely good steps. For some of them I got in today and yesterday due to the sell-off in those. But anyways, check out evancarthy.com. I have tried to have daily posts regarding everything I trade. And anyways, take care. Talk to you later. Bye.